But as an options trader, when you're looking at an expiration that is a week out, you have to account for what the market could do on day one, day two, day three. And
Right.
and that's when I think the volatility really mixes things up.
Yeah, because like I was watching an option today and it started out at $1. And the market today had a interesting, it would go up, it'd come down, it'd go up and come down. But that option, which was at $1, ended up at 54 cents, and it was a long call in the market, and I was watching it and I said, they're taking money out of that option just about every hour. It goes up, they put a little bit back in, and it would come down. And then of course, you've got a market that uh if you stand back and look at it, you say to yourself, okay, where are these stocks relative to where they started, you know, today, and where are they at end of the day? And it's a very, very you got separate little sub pockets of strength and weakness throughout the market. And yesterday I got tickled. Uh, I don't like their coffee, but it's Starbucks. Yesterday they changed their CEO out, and the stock looked like they had discovered, you know, a cure to all the diseases in the world. The way that stock traded, it was up, 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 up. I think 20% in a day, which you say to yourself, "Wow." I guess the other guy was pretty bad if they brought this new guy in and the stock goes up 20% in a day, because it's not like the guy was going to come in and wave a magic wand, because you still got the issue of expenses versus revenue. And then, of course, you got a lot of things that go into it. But I want to get to it because we're in this is day 3 of the week, and today we started off with our first futures class. Chuck was talking about futures, and I don't know, did anybody attend that class? I think people found out when it comes to learning about that, just how exciting it is to get the steps enforced to do it. And we got going on it, and it's pretty exciting. It's been a while since I taught a class like that, but it was pretty interesting. But I was thinking about what I'm going to talk about tonight. Top strategies in the market. I would classify what I'm going to talk about tonight one of the top 5 strategies of my 40-year career. I love the strategy that I'm going to talk about tonight, and I like it because it has a set time to enter, set time to exit, and a time, to take your profits. And so let me get into it. Let me go through what we're talking about and answer some questions. But thank you for being here. And there's risk involved in trading. Past performance is not indicative of future results. At DTI, we help you master the markets through education, training, and experience. Now, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's free, youtube.com/at TBuzzTNT. We started at 0, and I don't know if Henry's here. He'll tell us how many we got now, but we're growing together. A lot of great training inside the YouTube, and I think people really appreciate the ability. Wow, doing pretty good there. Customer service live every day at DTI, Monday through Friday, 10 to 1, DTItrader.com/help. In my opinion, a lot of money to be made here in August. I've been telling people a lot of patience will pay. This week we've been doing targeted plays, and I'm very happy with what we've done so far. But I think tomorrow is a key date in the market. And what I mean by that, I mean the odds really line up. Now, if you look at the Seven Sisters right now, you're looking at E-minis up 13%, NASDAQ up 12, NASDAQ's pulling a little bit closer, Dow's up 5, DAX is up 6, gold is up 19.89. It is the lead horse on the track right now. Gold. Crude's up 7.8%, and bonds are right at almost where they opened the year. My top 10 tickers, if you look at these were tickers I identified at the start of the week. And you can look at that gold there at 225.55, probably the best trade of the week, with it setting today at 226, been up to 228. And Berkshire is getting ready to be a trade tomorrow. It closed at 438. Keep your eye on Berkshire tomorrow. Now, what I like about this subject tonight is that it's where the odds were stacked in our favor, if you understand it, by the CBOE. Now, it's important to know profit and performance shown are not typical. We make no future earnings claims, and you may lose money. The starting stake on each example, we're using a hypothetical $5,000 unless otherwise stated. From June 23rd, 23 to July 7, 22, on live trades that were issued, the win rate is 75%. Folks, that's pretty extraordinary. With options with an average winner of 19.37% and an average return of winners and losers at a 7.7% on average for a 3-day hold. That adds up if you know what you're doing. Now, we can't guarantee any specific future results, as there is always a high degree of risk involved in trading. See our terms on DTI homepage for more information. Now, in trading, there will be losers. There's no black box miracle system that prints out winning trades automatically. The whole purpose of this research and work with traders help give them an edge. And if you ever wanted an edge in the market, you ought to learn this strategy. If you can't handle a losing trade, then you shouldn't be trading with real money. Again, losses in trading have occurred and will occur in the future. Hey everybody, it's me. Before we get going, take a close look at this redacted document by the CBOE. What you're looking at is that perk I talked about, created by the Chicago Board of Options Exchange just months ago. A perk that now allows everyday folks to target extra income over the weekend. And stop and think about that. Targeting income every week creates a process or a method approach. That's what you want, folks. Takes the emotions out of trading. You do it from any regular brokerage account. Payouts have averaged $968 in extra income over the weekend. That means while the rest of the world is left empty-handed on Saturday and Sunday, you've got money working for you while the stock market's closed. We have an ability to target extra income over the weekend while still getting the most out of what we do. Like on March 1st, 2024, you could have taken a few minutes to place a quick trade before the weekend hit the road for a weekend camping trip, and came back Monday with an extra $886 in your brokerage account. Now, what that's telling you is you got to get the trade on by Friday's close. You ought to write that down. Trade must be put on by Friday's close to close out on Monday. About the weekend of January 5th, you could have set your trade, booked a favorite bed and breakfast, and woke up with a crisp $961 in extra income on Monday. How many of you could use a $961 hit to your account on Monday? How many of you could use something like that? February 23rd, 2024, do it all over again. Hit a few buttons on your phone, laptop, get in before the weekend hits, taking your closest friends out to dinner on Friday, maybe covered the green fees on a Saturday, picked up brunch on Sunday, and when Monday came, instead of dreading the start of the week, you could have come back to another $1,058. Now, before we get too far along, let me be very clear. Nothing's guaranteed in the market. There's no instant income magic pill. Like with anything in the stock market, there's going to be winners and there's going to be losers along the way. That's why for the next few minutes, I want you to forget about being the next overnight millionaire, because financial freedom doesn't happen overnight. It happens bit by bit, weekend by weekend. And with what I'm about to share, your weekend can be a little bit more enjoyable, knowing that when Monday is, we're out of the trade. Now, let me see. Today is Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. Not many days to Monday. So you really think about this? What if there was a way to target an extra $968 in extra income over the weekend? Not just one weekend, but every weekend that comes along. And by taking a few minutes to set the position for the weekend hits, clocking out on Monday, that discovery found inside that one document and over a full year's worth of live trade alerts to prove it all out, it's now possible. So welcome to the Weekend Side Hustle. Like I mentioned a moment ago, my name is Tom Busby. Out of all the strategies over the years, this is in the top 5 of every strategy I've had. I started my professional career back in the 1970s. 1992, this is very important, at the forefront of electronic trading, I had a Globex terminal handpicked by the Chicago Mercantile Exchange outside of Chicago to work the 24-hour market. I even was part of a firm that was so successfully managed, it was eventually bought out by Morgan Stanley. Now, walking away from Wall Street, I've been on a mission to help people like you tap into some of the same methods that have been kept away from the average Joe. Just hear some of the very best stories from some of the students following what we do. Bruce, when I follow you, I make money. You know, when I read that, I think to myself, oh, Bruce, he listened. And I am committed to help you make and learn through the trade. Bob said the problems are amazing, up over $2,000. Emmanuel thinks I teach well. I do like to educate. I do will give Emmanuel a question there. I made around $2,200 from one trade. Keep up the good work. Let me empower everybody that wants to listen. Show you how. After a few minutes of time and a couple clicks inside your brokerage account, you could set up your very own weekend side hustle inside the stock market. $968 on average, real trade signals, no pack tests, straight to you, the customer. And the time of this briefing couldn't have been any better. Right now, some of the hardest working folks are getting destroyed by inflation. How about you? Has inflation messed up your life? Especially when you go to the grocery store? That's why we see the average savings account hit the lowest level since 2008. And even if you got a raise, probably doesn't feel like it, make much of a difference in what you do. Thanks to inflation, we're seeing things like credit card debt hit all-time highs. And that left folks looking anywhere they can to generate extra income to cover the bills. It's almost impossible to keep up with the ever-rising cost of living anymore. Most folks think that the only way to generate extra income is by maybe getting a second job, working overtime hours, late weekend night. I say, let's learn a strategy and let your money work for you. But what I'm about to share with you, you can start your very own weekend side hustle right from the comfort of your sofa. And right now, everyone needs a side hustle. Doesn't matter if you have a multi-million-dollar retirement account or just starting out with a few $1,000s. So we start out each week. Every week has a Thursday and Friday. Write that down. This is how you make Thursday and Friday pay on Monday. Who's interested in learning that? That's what this is about. knowing entries and exit times with a certain ticker and a certain strategy. All you need is a standard brokerage account, internet connection, a few minutes to set the trade before the weekend, and a few minutes kickstart your own weekend side hustle. Now, before we get there, take a walk with me back to May of this year. In the back half of May of 2024, y'all might remember this, the stock market took a terrible decline. Say someone had 5,000 invested. That's the amount we're talking about in every example. At the end of May, the S&P was in that decline. Down it went. Most people in the trusty buy and hold route would have lost money. But what if you worked smart? What if you said, look, I want to be a little bit different than the general folks running in the market? If you had the weekend side hustle working for you and followed along, $1,562, that's good. And just when June rolled around, same exact story. Market decline in the S&P, NASDAQ, bonds, crypto, all those metrics. What I'm talking about is entering the market on Thursday, exiting the market on Monday. You got the day of the week, you got the ticker, you got the time to set up the trade. $1,944 for those that learned. That's a meaningful chunk of change. Think about that. Now, since the pandemic, cost of living has gone skyward. We talked about that. It's out of control. Insurance costs, I think, are over 50% increase in the last 3.5 years. Is everybody aware of that? Their insurance costs have gone up. What are you going to do about it? Well, you can't change the insurance industry, but what you can do is be smart. $1,427 all the way to $2,000 a month is the average cost of a new mortgage. A $600 increase there. Now, you got to figure out how to compete. And that's what you're doing as a trader. Folks have taken advantage of the weekend side hustle to nearly cover the cost of the average monthly mortgage without needing to take an extra job or working extra hours to complete it. Instead, you could have done it all the while enjoying your life to the maximum that you wanted to over the weekend. $1,944 comes in handy on that Monday with every major index, crypto, and even bonds were in the toilet. Now, how's all this possible? Let me just say this. If you have a job, I'm not telling you to quit it. Been steadily saving, don't stop. What I'm talking about is a way that can supplement your income. In fact, isn't that the reason you're involved in the stock market? To supplement your assets with the technique that we developed. No one else is using it. And if you're here right now, you're pretty smart for being here because I'm talking about the investment strategy has risk, has winning weeks and losing weeks. That's why our team worked extra hard to optimize it for you. The weekend side hustle. Now, no one can guarantee future returns, but every weekend, taking all the signals in play, this is where you got to learn. Issued in real time, averaging $968 extra income. It's like going to the bank and saying, hey, you can have my money on a Friday, and I'm going to come back around on Monday, and you go $968. Now, I don't know any banks that do that. Just like what we saw on the weekend of June 20th this year. A few minutes to place a trade before the markets closed on Friday. Could have spent your free time on that Saturday, $2,187. Think about that. Think about that. Look, the average household is just north of $5,000 a month in expenses. Things like healthcare, food, transportation, clothing, electricity, just the bare necessities, come out to $4,340 a month. Now, how are you going to keep up? Average salary versus expenses. There's a gap. Mathematically impossible. Huge income gap many folks can't fill right now. But the weekend side hustle could help everyday people fill that income gap and then some. And the last three examples alone, which all happened back to back, you have more than the average Joe brings in each month using this strategy, and more than enough to cover those average monthly expenses. Meaning you're working smart, using your money to earn, building up that rainy day fund. And that is why I'm excited to share it with people it's not part of it, and why I'm on that mission. We'll show you how to unlock a little known income opportunity hidden within this redacted document. Take advantage of all new side hustle right away this very week. Tomorrow's Thursday. Look at your watch. After 1 o'clock tomorrow, we'll set this trade. And based on our research, you won't be able to target these type of steady returns anywhere else. Now, most financial advisors or local gurus in your town might lead you to think the only way you hit your retirement goals is stash money away in an old trusty S&P fund or mutual fund and hope it grows enough for you to be able to retire. That's just not getting the job done. Do the math. At 6% annually, it would take 41 years for a sizable $100,000 to hit $1 million. And a recent study by Citizens Bank that you're going to need a whole lot more money than that. They suggest having as much as 1.8 million. Wow. Twice as much as needed. Millions of people, young and old, have been forced to delay their retirement. Get about retiring early. Far too many folks will be forced to work a lot longer than they used to have to work. Why? Because expenses are growing. That's why whether you retire or just starting out in the workforce, you need to pay attention. Because with the weekend side hustle, we now have an opportunity to help fill that gap, targeting extra income over the weekend while most folks are left without a way. They don't have the strategy to earn those extra bucks. And so far, from the live trade signals that we've issued, we have a success rate of 75%. That's like cashing in with extra income 3 out of every 4 weekends, regardless if the stock market goes up, down, or flat. Take the first week of May. Weekend number 1, $1,272. Market hardly moved. Or the following weekend when the market declined, $2,000. This adds up, folks. And then each weekend we have that same opportunity setting up there with this strategy. Over to the very next weekend when the stock market rose, you had an up, you had a down, and now you had a sideways, $2,307. Thanks to learning what I'm going to teach you, being around on a Thursday to put the trade in, closing it out on Monday, we're able to collect even if the trade goes slightly against us because of the time value of what we're doing. In the case of these May examples, 1272, 2000, 2307, you could have had a chance to pocket extra income over the weekend, regardless of direction. And keep in mind, you could spend the weekends doing things you love to do. That's what I do. Hey, spending time throwing a football, maybe going visiting different places, playing a little golf, or maybe teaching you down here in Ponte Vedra. However you choose to spend your weekend, that's your choice, knowing that Monday has just become your new favorite day of the week. Now, you're probably wondering what's making it possible. It's the structure of the trade. Let me say that again. What makes it possible? It's the structure of the trade. It all thanks to that special perk set up by the Chicago Board of Options Exchange in the summer of 2022. In fact, up until this announcement, this weekend income opportunity wasn't available to us. But now they unlocked it for everyday Joe for years and years to come. Take advantage of it. What the CBO did was they launched daily options on a few tickers that we can use to target income over the weekend. Now, don't worry. You already have access to these inside your regular brokerage account. The daily options allow us to specifically target income over the weekend, closing it out on Monday. And if everything works the way it should, we have a chance to target an extra $968 by the time Monday hits. Just like in the final weekend of May. All you need to do, place the trade on May the 23rd. Sure enough, by the time Monday hit, the funds had settled, you had $1,250 in your cash. What are you going to do with that $1,250? That's what you got to think about. Now, don't worry, place your trade with the weekend side hustle is no different than trading other things like Apple or Amazon. Now, you might be thinking, this weekend income seems so predictable, can you ever lose? Of course you can. No strategy wins all the time. That's why you should never invest more than you can afford to lose on each and every trade. My goal is to do everything in our power to help you limit those losses when they occur. That's why we perfected the strategy that works both in good times and bad. Now, after analyzing this, a full year of live trade signals sent out to customers in real time. It's small account friendly, 500 minimum position size, $968 average winning payout based on that 5,000 starting cap. And that success rate is what's important, 75.7%. Now, while this broadcast has only been public for about a year, we've helped hundreds of people that joined the service. They smile. Some of the happiest readers, like Dick and C, $1,930 in less than 4 days. 2,000 by Jim P. Here's how this all works. Look at this. First, you need to understand when most people think of the word options, they think about buying options. But instead of just buying options outright, like most people do, I have a special type trade that I teach you how to do it. Simple with options. If you like options, this is an option trade. Collect premium on other people's risky bets. Nothing to do with naked options or anything like that. But sort of like State Farm or Progressive collecting your insurance payment. We sit back and collect insurance premiums on month after month. We do the same thing in the stock market in a different way. Taking a weekend paycheck but collecting premiums on other folks' option bets time and time again. That way, these premiums in the stock market is very unique. You see, when the CBO listed these options, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, they calculated a standard amount of premium for each day. Here's where this here is the secret. Same premium from one day to the next. Enter on Tuesday, get the premium 1 day's worth. Enter on Wednesday, 1 day's worth. Collect 1 day's worth of premium, so on and so forth. But here it comes. Now, most people do that because it's easy and simple, but they don't realize how much money you're leaving on the table by using the following technique. Here's a better and safer way to do it. More premium, enter before the weekend, exit on Monday. That's the secret of this trade. We get bonus premiums just holding it over the weekend. Those 3 days of premium, where 2 days, the market's closed. It triples your amount of plus and reduces your amount of minus by doing it this way. Because the market is closed on Saturday and Sunday, we're able to sidestep a lot of market action. You still get paid for all 3 days, just like what happened on September 29th. Might be off in a jungle, staring at charts, banging your heads, hoping to find that edge. Here's your edge, folks. Take about 30 minutes, place the trade, get the bonus premiums, get out on Monday. And go off and enjoy what you want to do. And sure enough, come back. If you invested in the market, 0 return, $949 using the weekend side hustle strategy. Now, you just can't go out and blindly pick options. That's what I got to teach you. The ticker to use, when to enter and when to exit. Now, if that were the case, everyone would be doing it. You just have to know when to do it, the time of the day to do it, the time to enter, and the time to exit. And I'll teach that through my master class. All you need to know, you watch it, you'll be ready to go. In fact, you'll get that tonight. Because right now, everyone needs that side hustle. Doesn't matter where you live or who you are, where you've been trading for a long time or a short time. Now, the step-by-step masterclass I'm talking about is there for you to review the details of how to place the trade, how to do it. The technique will start as early as tomorrow, which is Thursday, and sure, out there, access it for free if you follow today during this live presentation. Start taking advantage of Weekend Side Hustle right away. Once you get your hands on the step-by-step video course, be shocked how clear-cut, simple it is. You're able to start as early as tomorrow. Like you could have back on March 25th, hitting a few buttons, lock and loaded, trade for the weekend, select the trade, send it off, and back to your day. And sure enough, by the time Monday hit, $1,121 based on this strategy. And you could do it from any regular brokerage account. In fact, the government even allows this unique strategy to be used in retirement accounts. And while the strategy is new, I'm no stranger showing folks results like the following. Here's some of the top stories. 3,200 by Ken, 2,000 by Robert. Look what Hugh did on his own. $3,656 in a single day. Amazing stories. People like Ken, Robert, Hugh, and others, once they got started with the Weekend Side Hustle, swear by it. That's why we're having this broadcast tonight, to open it up. The people will learn how to do it, use the Weekend Side Hustle, and radically boost your income. And today, folks out there can claim access to this today, tonight, with this unique strategy, just by subscribing to the exclusive weekend income service. We call it Weekend Profits Club. This service is solely dedicated to target extra income over the weekend. That's the strategy. Enter before Friday's close, exit Monday morning. And where they average $968 on average. You know, I start there and look at that, and I think about that. And I will tell you, folks, I've done thousands of these, and customers have done thousands of these. And it's always better than what I thought it was going to be because of the unique formula that I use. Because I'm very big on the risk side of the equation. Now, we're going to open it up for 100 new members from all walks of life, whether you've been invested for years or just getting started. Every single week, we'll give you our best opportunity. We'll lay it out for you in simple terms. I'd recommend it to my personal family. Folks, 52 weekend opportunities every year. Let's talk about it. There's 52 weeks in a year. It opens every Thursday, closes every Monday. Not hard to remember this one. Based on the same method, it's posted an average of $968 on average on the winners from live trade signals issued in real time. And each Weekend Profits Club alert will break it all down to you step by step. It's all in there, entries, exit, and when to get in. We do all the work to find the right ticker, the right expiration date, the right strike price. Everything is there for you. Copy and paste it, do the trade. Read the alert and follow along if you choose, just like what happened last on July the 5th. Now, you came to your inbox. It will say New Weekend Profits Club Alert. Very simple. It's time to act. And had you taken a trade, you could spend your weekend working on your short game, playing a little pickleball. In fact, I played pickleball for the first time today. A lot of fun. Anybody here ever played pickleball? By the time Monday hit, an extra $23.53 in your pocket. And don't feel like you need to be sitting next to a computer all day. You do this from your cell phone. The trade will be posted Thursday around noon. That way you got plenty of time to get in before Friday's close. And I want you to experience the Weekend Profits Club as hands-free as possible. Now, of course, alongside the email alerts, we'll be also including cell phone alerts. So while you're out and about to take advantage, next weekend rolls around like on July 12th, you've got email taking a trade if you chose, and sure enough, $2,105 on options using this strategy. Between those two trades alone, that could have been $44.58. Now, what were you doing with that extra money? What are you going to do with what we do this week? Paid off some debt, help out your kids or grandkids, maybe start planning your next vacation. Maybe the most important thing, not having to constantly worry about having enough money all the time. You got a strategy now working for you. It's called working smart. That's a huge burden for folks right now. And that's why I want to include another special piece of this membership. You see, unlike most stocks out there, the CBO specifically set these options up to include special tax treatment. Save money on tax. Not like trading SPY, QQQ, or Apple. All you need is a standard brokerage account, internet connection, and a few minutes to set the trade. That's why you get a special briefing on Your Money Matters. How to save 25% on taxes from the weekend side hustle. That's an extra kicker, folks. Inside the report, you see the ways you're entitled to save money come tax season. Knowing about this, and don't worry, you follow along with our trade alerts, your broker automatically does the savings for you. So instead of that check going to the government, you can keep more of your hard-earned money in your pocket. The Weekend Private Club is unlike, like I told you when I started, top 5 strategies in my long career. This is one of them. Be part of it. $44.58 extra income just in 2 trades. These opportunities happen after 2 trades. So remember the Weekend Profits Club, you'll be getting more than 50 more weekend opportunities. So you may be wondering, what are we going to charge for something like that? Well, it costs $44.58. I firmly believe it's even worth more than that. Before we talk price, let me highlight one of the biggest benefits tonight of being a member. You see, there's something I haven't mentioned yet. It takes a weekend to a whole new level. Now, while we normally target extra income over the weekend, notice that we set the trade when the window opens after 12 o'clock on Thursday and closing it out on Monday. Standard practice. Sometimes the trade is just so good we get paid before the weekend even hits. Think about going into the weekend with already hitting on the trade with extra cash already in hand. That's a total game changer. That's what happened back on February the 8th. As a member, you received a trade alert on Thursday around noon. Trade was so good that our team chose to lock it in the next day. $1,600 right in your pocket. Now you're waiting for the next weekend. Now, anyone out there, wouldn't you love to have that in your pocket? We have a special bonus for you. It's called Early Payday Exit Plan. We give you a strategy to use on trades that are so good to take them before the weekend hits. Exclusive information on how to set and protect against risk also. No wonder our students love it, and they love the plan, they love the strategy, and they love the execution. Here's a few top stories. Ed said, easy to follow. It is easy. I found that it's better to be simple and straight than complicated and lose people. It gives you the confidence to grow as a trader. Kenneth thinks I'm an excellent coach, trainer, and trader. Now, we've had some remarkable stories be part of the future. Now, of course, regardless of how good the real-time results show, not every trade's going to work out. Never risk more than you can afford to lose on each and every trade. Do a balanced approach. We talk about that. You can take the Weekend Profits Club for as little as $500 a week. Start small, that's okay. Scale it. Had one guy in Oklahoma, he started real small. He is really making this pay. Whether you're starting with 1,000 or 1,000,000, I want you to focus on the trainings and understand the process, getting the hang of these straightforward Weekend Profits Club opportunities. Start small, scale it over time. That's why it doesn't matter who you are out there, young or old. Been trading for 10 years in just a few months. I'm inviting everybody here live tonight to get this deal. Based on the 4 examples I've shown, all sent out in real time, $7,500 per year. And for the new members today, not going to run anywhere close to that. New members tonight are going to get a special price because I'm live. With new opportunity coming in your inbox this coming Thursday, that's tomorrow, before the weekend hits. Take one of the spots before they're gone. $5,000 for the year would be worth it, in my opinion. But forget about paying $5, forget about paying $35, forget about paying $24.97. Here's the better deal. For new members today, I'm going to offer 2 special bonuses to kick it off. After doing all this data from the Weekend Profits Club, when you account for all the ups and downs, winning and losing weekends, $25,085. Follow the process. Keep in mind during the same time frame, S&P was up 27%. So $13.50 on one hand, old, or $25,085 using the strategy we created. Not even close. No other investment will come close. And that's why I want you to be able to try it out for a full year without worrying about the full membership fee. The Weekend Profits Club guarantee. Follow along, take the trades, start paper trading to start with, up to you, totally up to you. If you're not satisfied, the education and what you're looking for, no worries. Call our team, we'll refund everything. Where else can you learn a strategy that is going to teach you in up markets, down markets, and sideways markets? But let me be very clear. If you're hoping to become an overnight millionaire, this isn't for you. If you want to gamble on risky stocks, this isn't for you. Take advantage of this offer tonight. If after that you decide it's not for you, then I say, okay, you try. Here's your money. We're going to take all the risk of membership fee off of you today and put it back on our team. That brings me to my second bonus. I know the program at retail at $24.97 is a phenomenal value. I know people with expenses out there in the world, with the inflation you're dealing with, still a lot of money. But tonight, you can join this. No reason not to at what we're about to say. Ultimately, my goal is to see you pay off your membership fee as soon as possible. And plenty of our stop suits have done that in the past, like old Bob, Cutler Bay. Took him 2 weeks. Or Whitney, $500 in the first week, plus her subscription fee. Now, folks watching right now have the same experience as Bob and Whitney. Just get there even faster. The Weekend Profits Club Elite Member Discount. Today, these new elite members can join the Weekend Profits Club, not for the $24.97 retail price, but you'll get completely access for more than half off. That's right, $968 on average in weekly income from the winners. So when you join tonight, right here in this room, you'll get complete access to the all-new Weekend Profits Club for only $968 for new elite members. Never been that low. Get joined, folks. Take advantage of it, especially that 100 that join. Limited time special. They'll fill up. Don't be left out. Take action. Be with me tomorrow when I put out the trade. Watch the masterclass. Be ready. Go to dtitrader.com/WPC or call 904-416-1776. Click the link in the chat. Now, go to dtitrader.com/WPC or call 904-416-1776. Now, we tested it, we traded it, we've used it. The hard part's over. When we first started this process, we were risking 80% to make 20%. Now we risk 20% to make 80%. We flipped it on its head. And after trying this out with our own money, Nothing's like it. Check out an income I made from a trade on a certain day in June, $1,150. That's a year. You have an opportunity to kickstart your very own weekend side hustle because everyone needs a side hustle. Kickstart your weekend side hustle tonight, dtitrader.com/WPC. So what will the first weekend opportunity be? Hey, we're coming up on Thursday. Only new elite members will know. And while we can never promise any future gains, take a look at what happened back on May the 2nd. The alert would have hit your inbox Thursday at noon. Had plenty of time to get in before the weekend. In the case of the trade alert, it was just another winner before the weekend hit. $6,000 on that weekend. That's huge. Imagine going into a weekend with an extra $6,000 cash in hand. Off to enjoy your weekend a little bit more than you did before. Don't miss out on your first weekend income opportunity. Everybody's got it. Starts tomorrow. Now, for those who want multi-year access, there's even a sweeter deal. You can get 3 years for less than $500 a year. Wow. That's an 80% savings. Now, if you're a gold member and you know who you are, you want to take part in the elite membership, you can call 904-416-1776 and they'll give you lifetime access to Weekend Profits Club. Special surprise for the new members, go to dtitrader.com/WPC or call 904-416-1776. Hey, here's a few nice love letters. Cost of subscription by Whitney. Jim P, $2,060. Great way to start a month. Pass along my thanks to Tom. Or Ken, $3,200 today. $2,200 from Emmanuel O. These are some of the best stories so far, and you'll be writing them yourself. Kenneth P said, I'm an excellent coach. Easy to follow, and he's a member for life. Take one of the elite memberships. Don't close this page. Next page, you have a chance to be like Kenneth, upgrade your membership to lifetime. Highly recommend you doing that. Credible savings, $968 to get started with that guarantee in there and with data like this. Small account friendly, scale it up, average win, success, 75.6, spots will fill up quickly. Kickstart your weekend side hustle tonight. Go to dtitrader.com/WPC. Remember, that bonus premium in the market starts tomorrow. It starts tomorrow. Something you can't get any other day of the week. Because the market is closed on Saturday and Sunday, still get paid for all 3 days. There's the secret, folks. What happened back on the weekend of January 19th. Like I said, spend your weekend trying to find money somewhere else. Here's your answer. You could take about 30 minutes, place the trade, took the risk, bonus premiums over the weekend, maybe gone out to dinner, played golf, picked up brunch on Sunday, and sure enough, $1,619 on that week. Now, the special surprise is there once you get signed up, dtitrader.com/WPC. Folks, it's time to join. You can go back to whatever it was you've been doing, or you can put your faith in the markets, the economy, and the government, hoping for the best. Take advantage of this loophole, get involved, learn the strategy, and do it. New. Start targeting that weekend income this very week. Don't have to wait a long time, do you? Choice is yours. So what are you going to do? Go to dtitrader.com/WPC. Now here's some common questions people have. How much money do you need? Well, the trades average about $300 in risk capital, as you've seen today. Some are even less than $100 to get in. Will every trade be a winner? Of course not. No strategy will win 100% of the time. But you saw the accuracy rate. You saw the average reward. And according to our tests and real money trades, these income alerts have been extremely profitable for you if you do it. Should I be worried about more downside to the market? That's the beauty of this. No. We're taking advantage of Saturday and Sunday and the premium set up by the CBOE. Can you trade an IRA or 401k? This tells you a lot. Yes, you can. It's retirement account friendly. Normal accounts, any brokerage does the trick. Now, what's the weekend income trade? That information goes to my new members. How do you start it? Click the link in the chat and I'll show you how. Go to the master class. Be ready tomorrow after 1 o'clock. The best pricing, do not delay. Go to dtitrader.com/WPC or you can call 904-416-1776. There it is, folks. I laid it out for you. So you got to make a decision. The decision is, do you believe you can follow the instructions? Learn how to do this for yourself. You'll get over 50 plus trades over the next year. If it doesn't work, if it doesn't do what it says, then call up, get your money back. But what a strategy to have. I have one student, he does this trade beyond the weekend because it's so good. I mean, he's up in Colorado right now doing what knows what, enjoying himself because it takes about 5 minutes to put this trade on. So learn it, be there tomorrow, be part of it. And again, I think you're going to be so thrilled that you joined when you see this thing work week after week after week after week. So let me summarize. When do we enter the trade? Thursday afternoon. When does the trade have to be on? It has to be on by Friday's close. When do we exit the trade? No later than Monday. Pretty cool, huh? That's the summary. Folks, I laid it out there for you. A lot of slides to get to the point, but the point is learn this strategy. Any other questions you might have? Thanks for joining Mark, Francis, and Henry, and Mary. Yep, those spots were. Thomas is a combination of options that suck in time premium. That's the key. Very simple to do. I'll show you how it works. Don't be on the sidelines for all those people. Let's go over what you got to know this week. Okay? Danny, just simple options, nothing fancy. I always liken a strategy. Now think about this. I want you to do the math on this. If you go to your bank and say, here's X dollars, how much will you pay me if you hold my money to Monday? How much will a bank pay you if you do that? Go on a Thursday, say, take this money. How much will you pay me on a Monday? What will they pay you? It's just a hypothetical question I'm asking. Think you'd get $1 off your money? Thomas says nothing, right. And then instead, you learn a strategy, you take your money and let your money become employees of you, and they start producing for you. And the average money you put up, using the example of $5,000, you get $938. You tell me which is a smarter approach. Now, yes, there's more risk in working the market, but learn how to work the market the right way. steady process. All that's important. Well, folks, I laid it out there for you. Tomorrow's another day. I'll see you there after 1 when we do the trade, review the master class. Let's get it going together. Thank you for being here, and thanks for your patience as I went through all those slides. All those slides. As I always say, see you on the flip side.